prior to him being named prime minister, this suggestion of immunity wouldn't have applied.
I'm not going to get into hypotheticals or what
that's not a hypothetical. That is an actual fact that he was not the prime minister as of a couple of weeks ago, and now he is.
What I can say, Matt, is that this designation that that was filed last night stems from the fact that he is a head of government.
MBS is not the head of state in Saudi Arabia.
He is prime minister, right?
Well, they just made him prime minister, so he might be able to, argue this point. But the fact is, the head of state in Saudi Arabia is the king. This is just a prince. The only one who would have this right under the international law would be the king.
Okay, so the difference is that this was a suit that's filed against him personally?
That is my
rather than against the Saudi government?
Correct.
So does that mean that if the suit was filed against the Saudi government, you wouldn't weigh in with an opinion?
I will let the Department of Justice speak to the specific legal
They're a little
mechanisms.
bit busy right now.
I will let them.
I don't think we're going to get an answer from them on this.
I will let them speak to the specific mechanisms, but as it relates to this case specifically that arose overnight, this immunity flows directly from the Crown Prince's role as Prime Minister.
There was a Supreme Court case in 2010 in which Justice Stevens held, and the court decided unanimously that foreign officials do not qualify for sovereign immunity.
In layman's terms, why exactly the Saudi MBS case is different in terms of sovereign immunity than cases that had been brought, civil lawsuits and criminal prosecutions against other foreign leaders and other foreign governments?
Sure, Matt. So what this stems from is that Prime Minister bin Salman is immune from suit in U.S. courts while he holds the office of Prime Minister because the sovereign immunity of a foreign state is governed by FSIA. The U.S. does not file suggestions of immunity in civil actions brought against foreign states. That, however, does not address the immunity of a head of government, which is at issue in this case.
First of all, it's been critics of the decision to grant the Crown Prince immunity or to determine he does have immunity in this case, accused the administration of slow walking the process, which, in the duration of that time, the Crown Prince was able to take on the title of Prime Minister. Just want to say, was there any kind of delay on behalf of the State Department, and did the determination or did taking on the title of Prime Minister, was there any kind of coordination between Saudi Arabia and the State Department over that topic?
So first, I will let the Department of Justice speak to the legal sequencing and the timeline. I don't have anything to offer on that. But what I would reiterate again is that what this designation comes from, it comes from the Crown Prince's role as Prime Minister, as head of government. And what I want to be very clear about is that it has
suit is brought against a government like Iran, like North Korea, like Sudan. The State Department doesn't weigh in on sovereign immunity grounds?
We are weighing in because there was
No. I mean, not in this case, but I mean in other cases.
Right. What I'm trying to explain my understanding of the mechanism, which is in this, the court asked the Department of Justice to do so. It is not my understanding that courts would do so if the defendant is a sovereign state versus an official. But again, I will let